Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. When you think you've seen the highest levels of NFL intel, the deepest insider whispers, the kind of moves that shake leagues to their core, nothing prepares you for what's happening right now in Philadelphia. What I'm about to reveal is just another off-season rumor. No, this is the kind of seismic shift that could rewrite the future of a franchise, alter the balance of power in the NFC, and send shockwaves through every NFL front office from New York to San Francisco. And let me tell you, I've got sources so deep, so connected, that what I'm about to share could blow the lid off everything you thought you knew about the Eagles' plans for 2026. But here's the thing. What I'm about to tell you is just the beginning. There's a secret hidden beneath all of this chaos, something even bigger that most insiders haven't caught yet. And if you want to be among the few who truly understand the magnitude of what's unfolding, if you want to see behind the curtain and grasp the full scope of one of the most audacious moves in recent NFL history, then you better pay close attention. Because what's coming next will change your perception of the Eagles forever. And trust me, the best is yet to come. But first, hit that subscribe, smash that like button, and activate the notification bell because what I'm about to reveal will be one of the most explosive NFL stories of 2026. And if you want to be ahead of the curve, you need to stay locked in. Now let's get into the heartbeat of this entire saga. The team needs, the hidden motives, and then the masterstroke that could give Philadelphia the edge they desperately crave. Right now, the Eagles are caught in a perfect storm. After a disappointing 2025 season, fans are clamoring for change. The offense under Sirianni stumbled in ways we haven't seen since his rookie year. Play calling, coordination, the inability to protect Jalen Hurts at critical moments. The offensive line, once the backbone of Philly's Super Bowl run, has become a liability. Lane Johnson, the veteran anchor and multiple-time All-Pro, battled injuries all season, and whispers have already begun circulating about his impending retirement. Meanwhile, the wide receiver core, headlined by A.J. Brown, remains elite but fragile. Any disruption here could spell disaster. The tight end position, once a strength with Dallas Goedert, now faces uncertainty with his pending free agency. And that offensive coordinator vacancy. It has become a virtual disaster zone, with top-tier candidates declining faster than fans can blink, each rejection adding layers to the chaos, each day bringing more questions than answers. This offensive turmoil is compounded by the recent coaching upheaval. Howie Roseman's front office is under pressure like never before. They've tried to poach established names, Daboll, McDaniel, Slowick, yet every one of them has refused to jump into a fire that's burning hotter by the day. Why? Because in Philly, it's not just about coaching schemes. It's about the toxicity, the pressure, the unforgiving fans, and a culture that's become a double-edged sword. And amidst this chaos, one name keeps popping up, Darnell Wright. The young, dominant tackle from the Bears, the same player many scouts are calling a future franchise cornerstone, might just be the secret weapon Philadelphians have been dreaming of. And if I told you that the Eagles are actively plotting to make this happen? Well, that's where the real story kicks into high gear. But before I dive into the mechanics of this potential blockbuster trade, let me give you a full breakdown of why the Eagles need this move more than ever. Because understand, Philadelphia's offensive line has been their Achilles heel for years. Yes, they had moments of brilliance, Super Bowl runs, high-powered offenses, and MVP seasons from Hurts. But the cracks started to show in 2024, with injuries mounting and scheme breakdowns exposing their vulnerabilities. Last season, despite improvements, the line still surrendered 68 sacks, a number that haunted them in every critical playoff moment. Their run game has been stellar when healthy, but the pass protection, that's where the real pain was. Analytics support what the eye test reveals. The Eagles' pass block win rate ranked among the bottom third of the league in 2025, and their expected points added, EPA, on pass plays took a significant nosedive when their line was compromised. Film analysis confirms this story. You see it on every second and long, every third and 12. Jalen Hurts under duress, scrambling for his life, the pocket collapsing faster than he can blink, forcing him into poor decisions, turnovers, and missed opportunities. The problem is obvious. They need a true game-changing presence on that offensive front, a player who can handle elite edge rushers, shut down blitzes, and bring a consistency no other current lineman can deliver. That's where Darnell Wright comes into focus. Watch his tape from Tennessee. His college days were marked by a relentless drive, a mauling mentality, and an ability to neutralize monsters like Will Anderson Jr., amongst others. His technique has only gotten better, improved footwork, punch timing, and hand placement, making him a nightmare for any pass rusher. Now let's get into the advanced metrics. Wright's pass blocking efficiency ranked in the top 5 among all offensive tackles drafted in 2023. His PFF grade in 2025 was a staggering 84.5, higher than many top-tier tackles in the league. His run block win rate? Over 75%. When you combine that with his explosive athleticism, measured at the combine with a 4.99 40-yard dash and a 31-inch vertical, what you get is a player built to dominate in the modern NFL. The scouts' whispers are even more bullish. Some insiders believe Wright is a generational talent, capable of anchoring Philly's line for the next decade. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Sources indicate that the Bears, seeing Wright's rise and the potential for a massive payday, are contemplating their options. With Chicago entering a full rebuild, thanks to their recent draft decisions and salary cap dilemmas, they're open to offers. The Bears' front office is reportedly listening hard, especially considering Wright's age, talent ceiling, and the fact that Chicago is already eyeing their next wave of offensive linemen in this year's draft. They know they can maximize his value now, especially with suitors like the Eagles, who are desperate for a true franchise anchor. So how does this trade even work? Well, here's the inside scoop. The Bears would be looking for a hefty return. Think a combination of draft picks, young players, and possibly even a veteran to bridge the gap. Sources suggest that Philly might be willing to part with their 2026 first-rounder, projected around no. 23 overall, a future second-round pick, and perhaps even a promising young player, say a cornerback or linebacker to sweeten the deal. The salary cap gymnastics. Wright's rookie deal is still relatively cheap. His current salary is manageable, and with the franchise tag or a new extension, Chicago can protect their interests while still cashing in on the value of a player who could anchor their offensive line for years. For Philadelphia, this isn't just about plugging a hole. It's about re-energizing their entire offense, reclaiming dominance in the trenches, and finally giving Hurts the protection and stability he's desperately needed. It's about sending a message. Philadelphia isn't just going to rebuild, they're going to dominate. They're willing to do whatever it takes to put a championship-worthy team on the field, and trading for Wright could be the move that sends them over the edge. Now, let's analyze how Wright fits into the Eagles' scheme. Under Sirianni's offense, emphasizing zone running and quick passing, having a versatile, powerful tackle who can shift seamlessly between run blocking and pass protection is gold. Wright's ability to dish out pancake blocks, seal the edge, and sustain against elite pass rushers like Micah Parsons or Nick Bosa makes him an ideal fit. His style reminds some of the greats like Taylor Decker or Trent Williams, players who can do it all and elevate the offensive line to a new level. If he joins Philly, expect the offensive line to become a juggernaut again, capable of dominating the line of scrimmage in both run and pass. But what about the risks? Of course, no move this big comes without downsides. The Bears could regret trading a foundational player for a single draft pick or a package that might not immediately yield results. Injuries could strike Wright, as they do with any lineman, and transitioning to a new scheme might take time. But the upside far outweighs the risk. The Eagles get a cornerstone, someone who can anchor the line for the next 8 to 10 years. The kind of player who, if properly coached, could elevate the entire offense's performance, keeping Hurts healthy and explosive and making their run game unstoppable. In terms of the NFL's landscape, this move could be the domino that triggers a flurry of trades. Other NFC contenders, like the 49ers, Cowboys, and even the Lions, are already watching nervously. They see Philadelphia retooling aggressively, and they know that a healthy, dominant offensive line often translates directly into Super Bowl contention. The league's best defenses won't matter as much if that line can handle them. Wright's inclusion would instantly elevate Philly's offensive identity, allowing them to finally push through the ceiling that's held them back since their Super Bowl LII triumph. Finally, Let me tell you what to watch for in the coming weeks. First, keep an eye on Philly's draft board. If they target Georgia's Monroe Freeling or another top tackle early, that's a sign they're serious about this plan. Second, listen for rumors about Chicago's asking price if it jumps significantly, or if they start considering other offers. You'll know this deal is moving fast. Third, the insiders are whispering about a possible trade timeline. If everything aligns, expect Wright in Eagles green by mid-March, just in time for off-season workouts to begin. And don't forget, the NFL world is unpredictable. Sometimes the biggest moves come in the last minute, fueled by desperation and the thrill of victory. In conclusion, this isn't just about a trade. It's about the future of the Eagles, their identity, and their quest for another Super Bowl. Wright's addition could be the secret weapon they need, the piece that turns a good team into a legendary one. But it's also layered with intrigue, salary cap puzzles, coaching instability, and the raw desire to dominate. The NFL's landscape is shifting, and Philadelphia is positioning itself not just for a quick fix, but for a dynasty. So stay tuned, because what's coming next could be remembered as one of the most calculated, bold, and game-changing moves in NFL history. And trust me, if this deal goes through, it will be because Philadelphia saw an opportunity, seized it, and made a statement that their time is now. The question is, are you ready to witness greatness? Because I sure am. The game is about to change. And in the end, history will remember who dared to dream big.